Well, so for today's video, I'm going to be replacing the fan and housing inside of my Oreck Magnesium vacuum cleaner. Now this is the base model. That's not the one that twists and turns, but I do believe that the process to change out this fan housing is more or less the same, if not extremely similar, as far as both the vacuums are concerned. Now here is the part number. So this kit runs about anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks online, depending on where you get it. But it comes with the fan housing, comes with a new felt washer, star lock washer, and a regular washer. And then it comes with a set of instructions, which are not all that explanatory. It's not a hard job to do, but they only list 3 different steps here. Remove old fan housing. Replace fan housing, felt seal, and cloth washers. Place nut back on and tighten. Yeah, it's not that simple. So first things first, I had to do this back when I first got this vacuum. But what you want to do is set the machine down so you can get access to the back cover here. And what we'll do is there is 4 Phillips head screws that we're going to be removing and setting aside. And that one's out, but we'll go ahead and tip the machine back over because I need to get those screws out. One fell, but it's not going anywhere. So with those screws removed, you can go ahead and remove this top cover here. And then the other ones that were removed on the bottom should allow you to. So that top covers off, that goes over the fan shroud. And now we're starting to get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. So you'll have a logic board here that you just have to kind of peel this away and aside and pull your little light up, because you're going to need this out of the way. Gain access to some of these screws in here. Now you're going to have to remove your intake pipe here. And you have a total of 4 screws that will need to be removed. So just remove this. Comes right out just like that. Get that screw out of the way. And you'll also have a felt washer on the inside here. You don't want to lose that. And there's also a rubber gasket that goes around the intake side from the beater bar. Don't lose that either. What you want to do is get a pair of needle nose pliers. And you'll have to take this side cap off. Get access to your belt. And that just comes off like that. On these vacuums, Oreck seemed to have finally gotten smart, because these are supposed to be lifetime belts, meaning that they really never wear out. But you can find new belts for them if you ever somehow mess one of these up. But I believe they're reinforced. They're not like a normal vacuum belt. But all you have to do is just take the belt off of the motor. And then here's the kind of the fun part. What you need to do is undo your bag. Should be a clip of some kind. And there is. You just remove it, take it off, and you'll also have to unscrew your bottom cap for the handle. And see if you can pull your handle out. Just like that. So now that that's out, we have access to the inside of the motor. Now what actually happened was, I believe I sucked the screw up that I didn't see. It took it in, chewed the fan up, but that's not why I'm changing this out. The fan, even though it's pretty well worn, it's still functional as a fan. But what it actually did was it split the housing. It's a 7/16 socket. I'm using a deep socket, or you can use a smaller socket with an extension. But it is on reverse threaded, and I just now realized that I accidentally shut off the camera. But you'll want to remove the locking clip, which is pretty easy to remove. There's just a small Phillips head screwdriver that's basically going to be preventing you from removing this thing, but removing that makes it a lot easier to position the fan housing to pull it out and replace it. And there it is. So, because we have new hardware, we will go ahead and replace these small pieces. And here's our brand new fan. So we'll put a new felt gasket on. And all we'll do is just push that back. And then here is our washer. It's very important that both of these get reinstalled. And also, don't lose that nut that came out either. That is a special kind of nut, and the only way to get another one is to special order it. You're not going to find it at Lowe's or Home Depot, or any other hardware store for that matter. We can sure try. Get this back on. Simple as that. So, home stretch. Now we're just going to reinstall the locking tab I was talking about earlier. And that's easy enough to install. You just kind of have to put it back in place. That is another important piece. Then there is the screw I was telling you guys about earlier. This is reverse threaded, so just kind of be careful. We'll throw the star washer in first, throw the nut in as well. Alright. Now that that's in, throw our ratchet back in there. And make sure it's snug up, nice and snug. You don't want to tighten it up too much. Alright, so last step is to put the intake tube back in. So we'll go ahead and do that. You guys don't need to really see the process to put this thing back together because it's really simple. It's just a reverse. That was the hardest part. Now to make sure everything's working okay, now you can do a bench test if you will. Turn it on. Definitely working. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped out some of you who were searching around trying to figure out how to do this on your own. But as long as you take your time, and especially with that fan housing, you should be okay. The plastic should flex enough to where you could get it out without removing the motor from the machine. There is a few more steps with removing the motor. It's really not too much more intuitive. I just knew I could do it without pulling that motor out, so I didn't worry about it. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. You all stay classy.